Ralph Lindeman, been a couple of weeks since we've talked, but a lot of great things happening with Air Force Track in this outdoor season. You split some events last week. Just tell me some good things happening.
Yeah, I mean, our outdoor season is off to a terrific start. We're saddled with a lot of injuries and COVID sidelined, but we're gonna get past these injuries. We've got a great staff of trainers that have been working with them. We're on our way back. But this last week we split up, and a good portion of the team went to Baylor University for a fantastic meet on a great facility. And then we took 10 distance runners to the Stanford Invitational, which we traditionally go to with our distance runners every year. And they had a great meet. So let me start out with some of our women's performances. So Mahela Norris, first of all, picks up from her cross-country indoor track duel, 3 days apart, and opened up her outdoor season with a 1500 at Stanford, ran flawlessly, ran the second fastest time in Air Force Academy history. We really had no right to expect that of her in her first meet, coming back from a dual season of cross country and indoor track. But she ran 4:19 in the 1500, and she's staring at the school record in the coming weeks. So that was great. And we're going to have a little surprise race for her next week at Oregon. And we'll talk about that next week. But she's going to surprise in a race that she's never run before. So there's a little hint for your viewers there to try and figure out what that might be. And then, we had some our women really have some pretty significant injuries right now. But it would be unfair to just talk about injuries without talking about some of our women that are just really standing out. So, and I would start with Michelle Roca, junior 400-meter hurdler. She took a 1-year hiatus from track and field to jump out of airplanes and be an instructor pilot and do some aviation things, and that's great. But she's back with us, going full strength, and she ran the second fastest 400 hurdle time in Air Force Academy history. At Baylor, looked terrific. That school record is going to be coming down in the coming weeks. And then Breed O'Connell, sophomore from New York, 800-meter runner, ran really well at Baylor, 2:13. And then junior high jumper Ari Martinez from New Mexico, just week in and week out, she's jumping 5'7", 5'8", and she's achieved this level of consistency. And we're going to see her go 5'9" one of these weeks here, because she's just so consistent at 5'7", 5'8", and she's going to kind of break out, and we fully expect that. So we're excited with a lot of things that our women are doing. And on the guys' side, first of all, it's kind of interesting. We had 4 guys entered in the 5,000 at Stanford and 4 entered in the 5,000 at Baylor. At Baylor, they went 1, 2, 3, 4, and broke the Baylor Stadium record in the 5,000 meters, while 4 other guys ran the night before at Stanford and ran all 4 times that rank in our top 25 all time, 14:02, 14:02, 14:03, 14:03, 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores. So that was exciting. In the 1500, Sam Gilman won the race at Stanford in 3:45 and change, and Cole Lindhorst, our outstanding, promising freshman, runs 3:46 right behind him. So a lot of good things happening there. And then certainly one of the highlights at Baylor was our 4x400 meter relay team. And we're running against, understand, Baylor, TCU, and Texas Tech, 3 of the top 5 teams in the country. And we gave them a great race, and we ran 3:09.66, 4th best mark in school history, and that team happened to be anchored by a guy running his first ever 4x4 leg, and that's junior decathlete Wyatt Murphy. And Wyatt had a great day at Baylor, ran the conference leading time in the 100, ran a top 8 in the conference time in the hurdles, had a good high jump, and then anchored that 4x4. And he is leaving tomorrow to go to the University of Arizona for a decathlon with senior Tyler Gertschik. They're going to do a decathlon there while the rest of our team goes to University of Colorado. We're going to look at some people that maybe haven't traveled yet and get a good look at some people, and also some that maybe have been sidelined because of COVID or injuries that are returning. So we're pretty excited. So I'm flying with the decathletes to Tucson tomorrow. I get back in about 1 in the morning on Saturday, and I'm going to be on a bus here. I get a COVID test Saturday morning, and at 6:30 and at 6:45 I'll be on a bus to Boulder.
Wow. Lots happening, but a lot of great things.
Yeah, we're really excited. And, we're always looking forward to the conference meet. I mean, that's just the nature of our sport, and that's the meet that we're all pointing toward. And every one of these meets is a lead up, a developmental meet to prepare us for the conference meet. And we look really good in the conference, but I'm going to tell you who else looks really good. Our rivals, Colorado State. Between the two of us, we've won like the last 8 conference indoor and outdoor titles, but they've won 3 in a row. I mean, I frequently remind our team, and we're just going to have a dogfight with them. It might boil down to who's the healthiest and who's fired up when it comes to the last couple of events on the schedule in Fresno in mid-May. The 5,000 and the 4x4 where we match up terrifically with them. So. It's that's what we're pointing towards.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Is it come because of there was so much time between track meets? It's almost like you're letting the horses out of the barn, so to speak, and they're just ready to run.
Really is. And I think that you can attribute we've had a fast start outdoors, and I think you can attribute it to that. Hey, we didn't have an outdoor season last year, and one of my closest friends in the department is Kaz, and we were talking yesterday about, last year versus this year, and they're on a roll. And I'll tell you, I'm at a track meet, and I've got my phone, and I'm following the score, and then they keep pulling out these games in the 9th, and I'm about getting a heart attack. And at the same time, we're running a 5,000 or a mile relay, or I'm watching a long jumper or a triple jumper. It's been fun.
Keeping you busy for sure. I was going to ask you, what conference are you going to compete in? I mean, it seems like every week you're competing against the Big 12, the Pac-12.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is give our kids some quality competitions, bring out the best in them. And yeah, at Baylor, there were some great teams there, but we also got a chance to see Stephen F. Austin, several other Sun Belt teams and WAC teams and so on. Same thing this week at Colorado. We'll see Colorado State and Wyoming, Northern Colorado. So the schedule is, we have an awesome schedule. We're going to some Big 12 teams and a lot of Pac-12 teams, and that's good, and it gives our best kids some great opportunities, but our other kids are getting great opportunities down the line as well. So, yeah.
Should be fun. Another big weekend of track. Good luck this weekend, Ralph. Thanks
Great.
for the time.
Thanks, Brian.